Welcome back to Psychology Pub. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos. Today, we're going to talk about how to unlock the secrets to making an INTP fall in love. If you're interested in dating an INTP, you're in luck. INTPs are some of the most interesting and unique personalities in the world. They are creative, deep thinkers, and highly independent. Although they may be a bit hard to read at first, they can make for an incredibly rewarding relationship. This video will explore what it takes to make an INTP fall in love and how to make the relationship strong and long-lasting. Introduction to INTP personality traits. INTP stands for introverted, intuitive, thinking, and perceiving. This type of personality is a part of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator (MBTI) system, a popular psychometric tool used to measure how people perceive the world and make decisions. People who fit into the INTP category usually enjoy spending time alone, like to think deeply about things, prefer to weigh all their options before making a decision, and thrive on exploring new ideas. INTPs tend to be introspective, analytical, and creative. They often have a knack for understanding complex concepts and seeing the big picture. They also like to debate and talk about ideas with other people, but they do so thoughtfully and politely. INTPs are usually not particularly emotional, but they can be very passionate about their ideas and projects. Strengths and weaknesses of an INTP. An INTP's greatest strength is their ability to think deeply about complex topics and come up with creative solutions. They are also very independent and can often come up with unique approaches to problems. INTPs often have a great sense of humor, and they're usually very honest and loyal. However, INTPs can also have some weaknesses. They might have trouble showing how they feel, and they might find it hard to connect with people on a deeper level. They can also be very stubborn and unwilling to compromise. It's important to remember that all strengths and weaknesses are relative, and that everyone has unique strengths and weaknesses. What does an INTP look for in a partner? INTPs usually look for a partner who shares their interests and values. They value intelligence and have an appreciation for deep, meaningful conversations. They want someone independent, open-minded, and who can challenge them intellectually. INTPs also need someone patient and understanding, as they can be very hard to read in the early stages of a relationship. INTPs appreciate honesty and loyalty, and they want a partner who can be open and vulnerable with them. They look for someone who can be a confidant and a sounding board. INTPs also need someone who is willing to let them have their space and who won't be overly clingy. How to connect with an INTP. The best way to connect with an INTP is to be open and honest about your feelings. An INTP will appreciate your willingness to be vulnerable and will more likely open up. It's also important to give them plenty of space and not be too pushy. INTPs like to take their time when it comes to making decisions, so it's important to be patient. When it comes to conversations, it's important to be respectful and thoughtful. INTPs are usually very logical and analytical, so it helps to be able to provide evidence and facts to back up your ideas. It's also important to be open to new ideas and perspectives, as INTPs usually enjoy discussing ideas and debating topics. How to show an INTP love and affection. INTPs usually don't need or want a lot of physical affection, but they do appreciate a quality time spent with their partner. They like to feel appreciated for their intellectual and creative contributions, so it's important to recognize and praise their efforts. INTPs also enjoy meaningful conversations, so it helps to be able to connect with them on a deeper level. It's important to be honest and direct with INTPs. They appreciate straight talk and don't like it when things are left unsaid. It's also important to respect their need for alone time and not to be too clingy. INTPs are often very independent and need space to recharge. How to make an INTP feel appreciated. INTPs need to feel appreciated for their unique qualities and contributions. It's important to recognize their intelligence and creativity, as well as their ability to think deeply about complex topics. It's also important to let them know that you value their opinions and perspectives. INTPs appreciate it when their partners recognize their efforts and show them that they're appreciated. It's important to let them know that you are there for them and that you're willing to listen to their thoughts and ideas. INTPs usually need someone who can be a sounding board and offer sound advice. It's also important to recognize their need for alone time and respect their need for space. Things to avoid when dating an INTP. It's important to avoid being too clingy with an INTP. They require time alone to recharge and space to explore their ideas. It's also important to avoid being overly emotional or dramatic, as INTPs usually prefer to keep things on a rational level. It's also important to avoid being too pushy and trying to force them to make decisions quickly. INTPs need time to think things through and weigh their options before making a decision. It's also important to avoid trying to control or manipulate them, as they won't appreciate this. Tips to make an INTP fall in love. The best way to make an INTP fall in love is to be patient and understanding. It's important to be open and honest about your feelings and to be willing to let them have their space. Also, it's important to treat them with respect and care and to value their intelligence and creativity. INTPs appreciate meaningful conversations and thoughtful debates, so it helps to be able to connect with them on a deeper level. It's also important to show them that you are dependable and loyal and that you're willing to listen to their thoughts and ideas. INTPs need to feel appreciated and valued, so it's important to recognize their efforts and let them know that you're there for them. How to strengthen an INTP relationship. The best way to strengthen an INTP relationship is to be honest and direct about your feelings. It's important to be open and vulnerable with them and let them know that you're there for them. It's also important to give them plenty of space and respect their need for time alone. It's also important to be able to have meaningful conversations and thoughtful debates. INTPs appreciate it when their partners can connect with them on a deeper level and can challenge them intellectually. It's also important to show them that you're dependable and loyal and that you're willing to listen to their thoughts and ideas. Conclusion. INTPs are some of the most interesting and unique personalities in the world. Although they may be a bit hard to read at first, they can make for an incredibly rewarding relationship. This video has explored what it takes to make an INTP fall in love and how to make the relationship strong and long-lasting. The best way to make an INTP fall in love is to be patient and understanding. It's important to be open and honest about your feelings and to be willing to let them have their space. Also, it's important to treat them with respect and care and to value their intelligence and creativity. The best way to strengthen an INTP relationship is to be honest and direct about your feelings, to be open and vulnerable with them, and to give them plenty of space and respect their need for alone time. If you're interested in dating an INTP, remember to be patient, understanding, and open-minded. With the right approach, an INTP can make for an incredibly rewarding relationship. So, go ahead and unlock the secrets to making an INTP fall in love. Thanks again for joining us on Psychology Pub. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos in the near future.